I love how you made over the mom, and then she was looking all hot. And he was like, "Oh, your dad's got a semi over there."
and did you see? You could actually see it.
No shit.
I swear to God, like
no,
right
you're
as he
fucking
said,
shitting
I
me.
swear to God, dude. Okay, let's see if I can find a picture. Wait, I can pull up the movie actually right now. Give me a second.
Wait, in that moment, did you think, "Oh, does he have a semi?" And you paused it, or it was so obvious you saw it?
No, it was he said that, and I was like, really? I looked, and it was like at the perfect timing to where I looked, and I was like, oh shit, he does. I gotta find it. I'll give you the exact time code.
Oh, they showed it. They probably couldn't have got away with it for PG-13, but they should have cut in close to his package. A big hard on.
Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe you couldn't see it. Maybe I just thought I saw it.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, wishful thinking. That's exactly right. Prick.
In a world of bad movies, two follically challenged men will stop at nothing to share their opinions of them. Their wives are tired of listening. But are you? This isn't the podcast you deserve, but it's the one you need. Prepare yourself for Bald Guys and Bad Movies.
Welcome to Bald Guys and Bad Movies, episode 32. I am Troy, your host, along with my co-host,
Mike Stella.
Mike Stella. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
I see the beard's growing back.
Thank God.
You going full beard, or you just going to have a goatee?
I'm gonna go full beard. Maybe I was going full beard before I shaved it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give it a shot. See how it works out.
What are we reviewing this week, Mike?
This week we're wheezing the juice on a little son-in-law, buddy.
It's amazing. That was popular once. It is amazing. That was a really popular thing once.
It was.
For all you youngins. Okay, Pauly Shore, you're younger than I, by about 7 years.
Yeah.
But you were aware of him growing up, right? You were old enough to enjoy his movies and...
Hell yeah. I fucking loved Pauly Shore. In fact, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw... I mean, it's not that uncommon, but pretty sure I remember seeing this movie in the theater with Manny and being like, and liking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw it. I don't doubt I saw it in a movie theater, but I probably saw it on cable or something. Now, for those of you who don't know who Pauly Shore is, what's the best way to describe Pauly Shore, Mike? I would say the luckiest man on the planet because he has a career because his mom, Mitzi Shore, she owned the Comedy Store.
Yeah, the Comedy Store in L.A. So he grew up doing stand-up. Yeah. Like, he grew up with all these huge stand-up comedians, and then the moment he wanted to perform, he could go on stage and perform, and so he just kind of honed his art, and he kind of came up around the same time as Adam Sandler, really. And so they have a similar kind of like weird, goofy, quirky, off the wall sort of persona. Different, but similar sort of just like weird, quirky dudes. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have the range of Sandler's comedy.
Yeah, I mean, Sandler obviously has gone on to have a very amazing career, you know what I mean? And Pauly Shore is just kind of like withered away into the annals of comedic history.
I believe he was on MTV. That the character, the Weasel and all that, he was an MTV VJ?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I remember doing him doing the MTV like Beach House and shit. Yeah, I liked Pauly Shore a lot, actually. And it's funny because I felt like he wasn't as crazy in this movie as he was in some of them.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that because that leads to an observation of mine, but I'll save it. So the plot of Son-in-Law, 18-year-old Rebecca Warner, played by the beautiful Carla Gugino.
Oh.
Can we just...
Man, she's like a fine wine. She gets hotter as she gets older. She's hot in this, but she was not as hot as she was in some other movies.
I think she filled out even more since then. Maybe she had some babies and got that that mama plumping going on. But
I don't know what the hell.
God damn, she is a gorgeous woman. She's just an amazing, amazing woman. And I totally forgot she was in this.
Me too.
So that was a pleasant. Dude. Already,
I was like, oh,
it's got a star
shit.
Already, just for me visually.
Oh,
okay,
man.
I'm gonna have to look at her for 90 minutes. Okay, thanks, movie. Okay, so she plays Rebecca Warner. Moves from her small South Dakota farm town to attend college at the fictional, very fictional University of Los Angeles. On her first day, she and her parents, Walter and Connie, meet Crawl, played by Pauly Shore, resident advisor of Becca's co-ed dormitory. After they leave, the clash of cultures causes Becky to consider returning home, but Crawl convinces her to give college a chance. She soon begins to acclimate, cutting and dyeing her hair, dressing in California style, even get a tattoo, and she invites Crawl to spend Thanksgiving break with her and her family, and hijinks ensued. I just added that bit because this synopsis is pretty fucking long.
You know, the whole idea is she goes back home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, right. The big plot.
The big plot point was she takes him because he's going to be alone for Thanksgiving, takes him with her, and her boyfriend, who she hasn't seen since she went to school, is going to propose to her, and she doesn't want to marry the dude because he's a fucking creep douchebag. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's like about to propose to her, and she knows that he's about to do it, and they're at like this big like country club like dinner thing. She's like kicking Pauly Shore under the table, and he's like, "Oh, you can't do it because I already proposed to her, and we're getting married now. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Here's your ring, sweetie. I forgot to give it to you." Like, it was just this. And then she's like, "What the hell? What the hell did you do that for?" And he's like, "What? What do you mean? You were kicking me under the table. I did the first thing that came to mind. Don't get mad at me."
And that sets up at least in the beginning, the dad and the fat farmhand.
Oh, that guy was a prick.
The Okie.
I think he was in My Cousin Vinny too, actually, to tell you the truth.
He's like, "How you gonna support my daughter?" What do you do? He's like, "I'm a farmer." "Well, I farm, man." He's like, "Oh, really?" So they use the farm to try to kill him, basically, to beat him to submission and away from his daughter. But it doesn't work because he is so positive. He is such a go-getter, and he wants to impress the family that he finds a way.
Yep, and he fucking does it, and he just fucking
he creates a little
rises to the occasion.
The grain, the feeder thing.
Oh, right.
And he like
with all the rollerblades.
Yeah, the rollerblades with the sack, so he could just like spread the seed. And then the fat farmhand is like, "Oh, feed the pig," and he lets the pig out, and the pig runs him down. So the next day, he like jumps on top of the pig.
Ready for it. Like jumps on the pig and rides the pig.
He's riding around. But you know, the thing is, this film, what won me over was his relationship with her. It was so sweet.
Yeah.
And I felt believable. Like I felt there was chemistry. And it was kind of weird because the film ended. So it ended with the boyfriend in a weird twist drugs Pauly Shore, drugs this hot girl that he's been sleeping with, and then puts him in the barn. Together, it makes it look like they slept with one another, and causes a little rift. But then the dumbass left the pills in the car. It's like, okay, because I was like, how are they gonna get out of this one? How are they gonna disprove this? Oh, you leave the date rape pills on the passenger seat of the car. Anyway, they're revealed, and all is well, and they decide, well, we're not really gonna get married. We're gonna take some time. So the movie even leaves it open. Like, I'm glad it didn't go with, you know what? Let's just really get married.
Yeah, totally.
Like, even that was handled right, Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So they could be a couple. They could be friends. I don't think, did they ever kiss? They almost kissed.
They almost did.
They almost did.
I don't think they ever did.
But they never did it. And that's interesting. That's pretty much what happens.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Pauly Shore in Green Acres, pretty much.
Yep. He to the point that he even sings Green Acres.
And bless him for doing it, because I'd be disappointed if he didn't. Would you recommend this movie before we get into dissection?
I went into this like, oh my God, I cannot believe I have to watch Son-in-Law. And I was pleasantly surprised. I actually really enjoyed it. I would absolutely recommend it. And I cannot believe I'm saying that about a Pauly Shore movie.
Dude, you and I had the same feeling, I think. I was dreading this like fucking math homework on the eve of the test. But this was not a bad movie.
It was a pretty fucking good movie,
and you know what it made me think? And you said this earlier. You were taken aback by how toned down he was. I mean, he was Pauly Shore, but he was an actual person with some dramatic moments. And like the Water Boy, he's extremely likable. He wasn't annoying at all.
Dude, that's what I was thinking the whole fucking time. I was like, holy shit, this is like just like the Water Boy. Yeah. You just can't help but love this character. He's such a great human being. Right. Like, holy shit, he was so awesome. It was a really good movie.
He's so earnest and helpful, and just wants to be a good friend. And I don't know, it won me over like really quickly.
And I bet you the fact that Pauly Shore is in it makes it not a classic, makes it a movie that people aren't like, oh, that's a really good, fun, old comedy movie. Mm-hmm. They just see, oh, fucking Pauly Shore. Oh, yeah, I don't remember this that much, but it must be garbage. You know what I mean?
When we proposed this movie, I think we both felt, oh, fuck, a Pauly Shore movie? This is going to be awful.
Well, you thought about it because you were thinking Thanksgiving movies.
Right.
And it was so funny because this morning, it popped up on my feed on Facebook. And well, we're recording this a week early, right? Popped up on my feed on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And so I posted it on the Bald Guy's Bad Movies.
Son-in-Law popped up on your feed.
Yeah, it was, and it was some random post. It was like, I follow like these different movie like things that are like, everyone talks about Halloween movies and Christmas movies, but what about Thanksgiving movies? He's like, check out this, take a throwback to this old Thanksgiving movie. It's great. You should watch it. I was like, oh my God. So I posted it on Bald Guys and Bad Movies Facebook page.
Now, I will say the Thanksgiving part of it, like, I mean, that only comes into play like it's the reason he goes there. Sure. But it's not like a planes, trains, and automobiles where Steve Martin's trying to get home for Thanksgiving dinner and it's in the background. It's the force that's pushing him along. It could have been him just visiting. Thanksgiving is not really a big part of it, but it is in there. There's a turkey. Yep. He weasels the turkey. He does this little shtick, and the turkey has a heart attack, but not really. And early on, I might be jumping all over the place. Forgive me. Brendan Fraser's in this fucking movie. It's a cameo.
Yeah. As Encino Man.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I remembered that, and I remembered that when I was a kid. I was like, oh shit, that's Encino Man's in this. I remember that, and I was like, holy shit,
he grabbed like a lizard from his hat.
He grabbed a frog out of his hat and like took a lighter and like tried to like light it on fire so he could eat it.
Also, the You Killing Me Smalls kid was in it too.
And he was
the
great.
redhead. Yeah, he was
great. All the actors, I felt like, aside from like the old boyfriend, he was kind of a bad actor.
Budget Tom Cruise.
Totally.
He was like Tom Cruise from the All the Right Moves poster.
Shit, yeah. But yeah, I thought he was a bad actor, and Tiffany Amber Thiessen can't act her way out of a fucking paper bag, but she's smoking hot, right? That's why they got her,
right?
But yeah, it was just like. I was like, when it finally got to the end and like all the fucked up shit is he's like drugging them to like make it look like they've slept together. Like
that got kind of dark. Dude.
I was like, this is fucking yeah. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Son-in-Law got real fucking dark after such lighthearted fare. Shore walking around at ashless chaps, and your finale involves fucking drugging motherfuckers. But yeah, man, I was shocked that I was actually enjoying this.
Yeah. Did you enjoy this more than The Waterboy?
I think I did.
Yeah.
Because it felt like
it was good.
It felt like more of a movie with grounded stakes. Yeah. Like I really connected with Carla's character this young, this hayseed girl who's in.
That's basically you, right? She's Troy.
Exactly. And I love how Los Angeles is depicted. The college, me growing up, this is what I thought L.A. would be like, Mike.
Well, this is what I thought college would be like, and it actually was, but I didn't get to go to it.
Well, I guess what I mean is, like, in every scene, there's, like, a fucking wild toga party, and, there's, dude walking down the hallway nude, and it's so overly, like, Hollywood. But I get it. Like, it's for maximum effect to make her feel uncomfortable. And then when she's integrated to like make her makeover like even better.
Did you see the mom's face when they pulled the kid's towel off?
Probably.
I happened to pause the to like go get a drink or something, or like go like grab the laundry or something. Mm-hmm. I paused it right as it happened, and like you see her turn around, she's just like all super, like, like just the look on her face, just sheer, like, oh my God, look at that.
It was good to see Ferris Bueller's mom back in action. I don't think
Oh shit, that's who it was.
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't
yeah. Dude, I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah, for it took me like a couple minutes, like, where have I seen her? I'm like, Bueller, Ferris Bueller's mom.
And the prosecutor from My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, was she in that?
No, the dad was the prosecutor.
Oh, yeah. He plays a good dickhead.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the actor's name, but
he was great though.
Everybody is, even the boyfriend. I'm like, it didn't. He played his role well. Like the Water Boy, Shore is surrounded by really good actors.
Right.
But unlike the Water Boy, I think Shore's character could exist.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. And that automatically grounded it in. And he didn't overdo the Shore shit. I mean, the Buddy was in there and the Weasel.
Right. But
it wasn't like every fucking moment.
Yeah,
littered
exactly. And also in Encino Man, and I think like the military one, like in the Army Now or whatever it is. I think he was like way over the top in both of those. Like it was just absolutely ridiculous, if I remember correctly. And so it was nice to see him as like kind of just a, kind of eccentric, crazy dude, you know what I mean? But not so over the top to where it seemed completely fictitious.
It kind of makes me want to see another movie to compare,
Me
like
too.
like one of those. Because if it is what you say those are, that's what I was expecting with this.
Yeah.
Because my memory of Shore is just that character being that character for X amount of films, and then suddenly he flamed out because everyone got tired of it or whatever.
Oh my God! What about when she first meets her roommate? She's like, "Oh, you must be my roommate," and then she brings, "Oh, this is my girlfriend so and so," and then they kiss.
They're kissing. Don't 93 scandal.
Yeah, exactly. And the son's like, "Dad, did you bring your camera? Where's your camera? Did you bring the camera?"
I also thought it was well directed, man. Like
it was.
There was some good camera movements and like and yeah, I love the kid. The whole sharing a room with him and then winning him over by being a hacker. I like the fact that he revealed that he was a fucking nerd. And he just reinvented himself in college. So, and even that little bit gave his character layers, right? Like
absolutely.
He grew into what he is now.
Her dad keeps calling him Crotch.
Oh, I like when the boyfriend punched him and his reaction.
Oh yeah, he's like, ah! That shit was funny.
But then the payoff at the end is like he knew how to kick ass. He just chose not to.
Exactly.
So, Tilia's a karate buddy. Again, there were some dramatic moments. Not like heavy dramatic, but
no, but like when he like, I just loved how he's like winning over the family and he's like, doing all the work outside and shit, and the dad's still being a dick, and then and he's like, I guess I'll just go, and he like trots away,
waiting for someone to say no.
Oh, well, I guess I should go. And then he walks away. He's like, no one says anything. He's like, well, my stuff's upstairs. And he turns around. It's so funny, dude. Oh man,
I like the dance when he took the mic and he was
right,
leading the.
And the guy's like, "No, give me that back. Give me the mic back." And they're like, "But they're having fun."
Yeah. Then he crowd surfed, and then the regular old dude tried it and fucking hit the floor. That was funny.
Right. And he jumps up. He's like, "Oh, he's okay." I feel like that's like a cliche thing any movie does. You know what I mean? When they get someone who should not be crowd surfing to crowd surf, they always fall on their face.
I thought it was going to happen to Shore, though. I thought he was going to jump and no one would know what the fuck he wanted to do. And
that would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when they're in the dance and the dad's like, "Oh, she's like, you don't like it." He's like, "No, I think I do." And then and he's like saying that some other guy walks up. He's like, "Oh, can I have this dance?" He's like, "Get the hell away from me." He's like, "Hell no, get the hell away." I thought that was pretty funny.
The dad was pretty good. He was funny. And then when he stole, what was it? It wasn't a tractor. It was like a reaper or a crop thingy. Combine. And he wrote, crawl in the field. Like, that's a typical Pauly Shore style moment. But right when it did something like that, it would have something heartfelt and more grounded. So it had a nice balance.
The combine scene?
Yeah, that's like totally over the top Pauly Shore.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't think it was like that over. I mean, it kind of.
He wrote his fucking name in cursive in the field. That was pretty over the top. But I didn't mind it. It wasn't like bad. But that's like what I expect from a Pauly Shore movie. But what I didn't expect was the quieter, the more low key moments.
And it was just well put together, well thought out. Like,
yeah,
it would have been just as good a movie if it wasn't a Pauly Shore movie. And I was maybe better.
And I was about to say, I bet this script existed well before.
Oh, absolutely.
Pauly Shore's attached.
And then they were like, "Oh, let's put Pauly Shore in it.
Right.
It'll give it a twist." You know what I mean?
So it's already a solid movie. And then it's like, do you remember the movie Doc Hollywood?
Oh yeah, I love Doc Hollywood.
So I mean, it's a different plot, but it's a city fish out of water.
Mm-hmm.
Those stories are almost timeless, right? And
yeah.
If you put Michael J. Fox in there as like a hippy dippy Californian, it could have worked.
Yeah,
with the same script. Like, it's just whatever mannerisms, whatever his personality is, it just needs to be alien to the farm people, right?
I mean, yeah, fish out of water stories work, man. Like, and I think it has to do. I think the reason they work so well. I mean, obviously you can fuck them up, but I think the reason why most people like relate to that is no one likes to feel awkward. No one likes to be a fish out of water.
And lots of people feel that way too.
Yeah, and everyone has felt that at one point,
whether you admit it or not. Yeah,
unless you're a fucking sociopath, you know what I mean. You felt that way at one point in your life.
Well, I'd say even with exceptions, the most super confident people
probably always feel
disguising that feeling, right? And their way around it is to be the loudest voice and take control. Seize control so that no one can hurt me now because I'm in control.
Absolutely, I can tell you from experience.
Oh wait, spill the tea. Wait, what are you talking about?
Well, no, you know me. I'm a very loud, boisterous, like very like always trying to be like make it seem like I'm comfortable in a situation.
Oh, is that where it's coming from? Insecurity?
I mean, a lot of times it's absolutely.
I thought you just had a lust for life.
I do have a lust for life, but at the same time, I do feel insecure. I mean, look.
Do you need to go work on a farm? Do you need a fish out of water, real life story to shock you back into, to help you find your inner Mike, your inner confident man?
Oh no, I know he's in there somewhere under layers and layers of fattiest tissue.
Oh my god! You know what? I will be glad when we do our video version, because to hear us talk, especially Mike, you're not that huge, dude.
I'm pretty big.
Yeah, man, you're a big guy, but that's definitely bigger.
Well, you
carry it well.
That's not the rubric.
I will say the poster even beats Waterboy. I'm looking at the wiki poster, and it's got a picture of a duck, a pig, a cow, and then the weasel. It's Pauly Shore. And it says, this summer, spend some time with the duck, the pig, the cow, the weasel. Pauly Shore is the son-in-law. He's a relative nightmare. That's how you do a poster. Not Waterboy. It's H2O-tastic, or whatever it was. That weird tagline.
High quality H2O.
High quality H2O.
But that's not the main poster, dude. The main poster is him and her
in the American Gothic.
Yeah, the American Gothic. He has the pitchfork, and she's looking fucking smoking as hell. I feel like the reason the son-in-law did so well was because of everyone around him, but also he was such a lovable character.
Right. He played an earnest character.
Yeah.
He didn't play himself to be an annoying character. You know what I mean? Like, the comedy wasn't there to annoy people.
Exactly.
It was always coming from a place of peace and love, and even that wasn't over the top.
Totally.
Right? It felt very natural and organic and almost sweet. And Carla Gugino, beyond the fact that I'm in love with her, she's just an amazing actress. She's great, really, man. Really good. Can you imagine?
Truthfully,
Tiffany
Amber Thiessen.
Can you imagine her in that role?
Oh my God,
it would have been just empty calories.
Ugh.
I think Pauly Shore could reinvent himself as a dramatic person.
Hell yeah, he could.
Or I think just seeing Son-in-Law and the moments of a real person coming through, I think he could do it, man.
Wow. Who is this fucking guy? Movie review. He wrote in 1993 for Son-in-Law, a silly mix of bad ideas. Fuck you, Michael Wilmington.
Oh, yeah. The tomato meter is 21%. Woof.
No way.
Critics hate this shit. The audience score is 58%.
Really? Only 58?
I mean, that's pretty good, though, for Pauly Shore.
I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel like a lot of those people who fucking reviewed it probably didn't watch it recently right before they decided. They were probably just on there looking like, oh, what movie can I give a score to? You know what I mean? I don't think people watch it. I don't think it deserves a fucking F.
Look, I went in thinking I was going to hate this movie, but there's a big difference between thinking you're going to hate it, but still opening your mind to it and allowing it, right? And I think a lot of people go in, it's a stupid fucking Pauly Shore movie.
But how are you going to go into a Pauly Shore movie and like want it to be anything but a Pauly Shore movie?
Well, yeah.
You can't.
It's like I'm going to watch Three Stooges and I'm angry because it wasn't high intellectual comedy,
because the dialogue wasn't up to par, right?
The character development was weak.
Yeah, like
no fucking shit, dude. You sign in for the slaps in the face and the eye poke.
Exactly.
There are comedies that will make you laugh out loud all the time. For me, that's very few and far between, where I'm like just guffawing. Most comedies for me, I may have 1 and 2 moments of like spontaneous laughter, and then there's a smile, right? The rest is like
a general smile,
or like, that was nice, right?
Exactly.
So I guess it really depends on what your comedy barometer, like what's on that scale.
Totally,
like,
I completely agree.
LOL. I love because people use LOL. How many fucking times do you LOL? There's some comedian that said that, like, all this fucking LOLs. If you actually acted it out, like, everyone's a fucking lunatic in chat. Laugh my ass off. Have you ever laughed your ass off? Like, you ever laugh so hard that you almost laugh your ass off? Really? You do that constantly?
I mean, I write lol all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm as guilty of it too. And guess what? Yeah. I do it, and I'm not laughing at all. Dun dun dun. Let's rate it. What do you want to rate?
You rate it. What are you going to rate it?
I will give Son-in-Law.
You gave Waterboy a 3.
I'll give Son-in-Law 3 semis, buddy. Semi-chubs out of 5, buddy.
So it gets the same.
Yeah. What do you give it, Mike?
I will give it 4 stars out of 5.
Okay.
Because I can't think of anything else to fucking say. I'm gonna give it the same as fucking as the Waterboy, because I really liked it.
So did you enjoy it on the same differently, but the same amount.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I was blown away at how much I enjoyed the movie. Like,
and you haven't watched this for...
I haven't watched this since, I don't know, mid-90s.
Okay.
Easily 95.
Because Waterboy is on your rotation every now and then.
Yeah, I watch Waterboy all the time.
Right,
I think it's hilarious. Like, I will...
That's
like,
high,
if this
that's
is
high
on...
fucking praise then, dude.
Yeah, if this is on, like, I would put it on again. Like, it's really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I cannot believe that I'm saying that about Son-in-Law. I'm giving credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. And it had everything to do with Pauly Shore's likable character. Like, he was just such a great... exactly the same reason why I love Waterboy. I love this movie.
How about 4 facefuls of manure out of 5?
There you go.
That's 2 back.
Yeah.
Or is that 2
about
Biff?
4 giant cow urinations on the head out of 5. That was pretty good.
Or 4 cow splash dances out of 5.
Oh my god!
Sweetie! Oh my god. I'm sorry, hey. God. I thought you were Becca.
Well, I'm not, so if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't want to be rude or anything, but Miss Warner, you're giving me a semi. You act like you're 60 or something. Where I come from, nugs stay active till they're senile, man. You are right, Mom. Look at you. You're like a peach on a windowsill. Look at that. Look at the package. You are nasty.
Nasty?
Ow. Girlfriend. Girlfriend.
Don't be ridiculous, Paul. I don't believe you.
Look at this.
No,
Ooh,
absolutely.
come on, look at you. You're getting excited. I can see it.
It's ridiculous.
You're getting excited. You like it.
Thank you very much.